Welcome to day 28 of our 60 days of basic networking. Let's go! Right, so welcome dito sa ating lesson kung saan magsusolve at i-apply na natin yung mga natutunan natin na technique or strategy in solving different problems or different scenario when it comes to subnetting. So ang gagawin natin, kukuha tayo ng mga tanong from subnettingquestions.com. We will solve them on the go. Okay, so live nating sasagutan. Although recorded tong video, pero I'm solving them on the go para makita natin kung talagang na-apply or tama yung mga pinaggagawa natin doon sa mga naunang video or mga naunang lesson. So, we're gonna answer those questions, different types of question or different types of subnetting problems from subnetting.com para nga mahasa at ma-refresh natin yung skills or subnetting skills natin para magkaroon na tayo ng badge na subnetting ninja. Okay? So, promise, once you get this, once you internalize, once you, kumbaga, engrave this on your mind, sa malayo ka dadalhin ito. Kasi, subnetting is one of the fundamental skills ng isang mahusay na network engineer. Okay? So, before we go with subnettingquestions.com, let's go ahead and remind our formula na ginamit dun sa mga previous lessons para talagang maalala muna natin bago tayo mag-solve. Diba? So, as you can see on your screen right now, tanggalin ko lang yung mukha ko. Okay, so as you can see on your screen right now, we have the different formula that we've already used before. So in finding, for example, in finding the subnet mask as well as the magic number or yung tinatawag nating increment, we use Okay, so we use that formula, right? Now, dapat tanda mo yan, yung 128 kung ano yung subnet mask niya, kung 64, kung 192 ano yung subnet mask niya, etc. Now, in also finding the different subnet, for example, you split this number of subnets. We use this one. Diba? Ginagamit naman natin, ito naman. Right? Diba? Alam natin, yung ginagamit natin. We count from 2 and then doubling itself. Pero ang binibilang talaga natin is yung number ng daliri or kung ilang bits yung nagamit natin. Now, in finding the number of subnets as well as yung number of usable hosts, ito yung mga formula natin. Right? Nasa baba. Oops! Kikita nyo naman yung drawing ko, right? Now, as well as yung finding the old subnet mask, kailangan mo ring matandaan. Ibig sabihin, yung kung anong class pumapasok yung isang IP and then kung saan or kung ano yung subnet mask niya. Kung ano yung default subnet mask niya. Kasi yung old subnet mask, ginagamit natin na formula yun when looking with this. Diba? So that's why kailangan mong matandaan ano yung old subnet mask nitong IP na to kasi ang makikita natin more on subnetted na eh. That's why kailangan nating matandaan kung anong class siya para malaman natin kung anong old subnet mask niya, yung default. You get this? Right, so let's go ahead and go with our subnetting question. So as you can see on your screen right now, we have a question. Ang sabi niya is, how many subnets and hosts per subnet can you get from network 172.28.0.0/22? So, ang tinatanong sa atin, how many subnets and hosts per subnet? Okay, so 172. So, dito ko na lang siya isosolve online para makita natin kung ano yung sagot. Okay, so kumuha na lang ako ng online notepad or online yellow pad solving subnetting problems. Okay, so yung number 1 natin, how many subnets and host per subnet? Right? Ang given natin is 172.28. 172.28.0.0/22. So, subnetted na yan. Now, ang kailangan nating makuha is new subnet mask, which is /22 or 22, di ba? And then, yung old subnet mask natin, which comes from anong class na bibilang si 172 or anong class ng IP na bibilang si 172. So, going back dun sa ating cheat sheet, di ba? Going back dun sa ating cheat sheet, alam natin na si 172 belongs to class B. Yan o. Nandito siya sa class B. Alam natin na meron siyang original or default subnet mask na /16. So, yun yung pinaka-old subnet mask niya. Yun yung gagamitin natin dito. Alright? Gets? Okay? So, ibig sabihin, meron siyang /16 or 16. Now, yung formula natin to get the number of subnets is 2 lagyan natin 2 raised to new subnet mask minus old subnet mask. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, ang sagot natin dyan, 2 raised to 22 minus 16. Right? Ang sagot, dapat pala, lagyan ko ng space para hindi nakakalito. Okay, so 2 raised to 22 minus 16 would be 6. Right? So, ang sagot is 2 raised to 6 would be 64. Ibig sabihin, 64 subnets meron on that given network. Now, hindi pa doon natatapos kasi we're also asking o tinatanong din tayo how many hosts per subnet naman. So, meron na tayong 64 subnets. Kailangan nating mahanap kung ilang subnets naman. Now, ito ay number of subnets. Yan. So, we need to look for number of hosts per subnet. You're following this, right? So, sinusundan ko lang yung formula natin para makita natin kung tama yung natutunan natin. Okay, so ngayon, ang formula natin to get the host or to get the number of hosts per subnet is 2 raised to 32 minus new subnet mask. Okay, which bring us to 2 raised to 32 minus, so yun na nga, given na yung new subnet mask natin, which is 22. Well, may minus 2 pa pala dyan. Okay. Baka makalimutan natin kasi nga yung network address and broadcast address is not usable. Right? You get this, right? So, basically, we just need to find out kung ano yung sagot dito. Okay? So, MDAS muna. Okay, so 32 minus 22 equals 10. Diba? Saka mo i-minus yung 2 mamaya. Yung 2 is on the final pa. So, 2 raised to 10. Ganyan yung mangyayari. Kaya sa huli, sa pinakahuli, mo isusubtract yung 2. Kasi, what do you call this? Yun yung network address saka broadcast address. So, mangyayari, 2 raised to 10 would be 7 is 128, 8 is 256, 9 is 512. 10 would be 1024. Right? Tama ba? 2 raised to 10 would be 1024 minus 2. 512, tama. 512 plus 512, tama. So, 1022. Usable host. So, magiging sagot natin, 64 subnets and 1,022 usable host per subnet. Ibig sabihin, in those 64 networks or in those 64 subnets dito, pwede silang magkaroon ng 1,022 usable hosts kada subnet. You get this? So, we're gonna see kung tama yung sagot natin. Ang sagot, 64 and 1022. Okay? Following our formula. So, re-reveal natin yung sagot. Ayan. So, 64 subnets, 1022 hosts. You get this? Nagets kung paano nakuha? Does it make sense? Diba? So, yeah, as you can see, ginamit natin yung formula natin na number of subnets 2 raised to new subnet mask minus old subnet mask. So, saan nakuha yung new subnet mask? Here, sa given, /22. Saan nakuha yung old subnet mask? Doon sa original or default subnet mask kung saang class na bibilang si 172 or itong IP na to, which is /16. So, isa-subtract mo lang yung dalawa and then saka mo naman i-factor si 2. That's why we get 64 subnet. Now, to get the number of hosts per subnet, alam natin, yung formula natin, 2 raised to 32 minus new subnet mask. Saan nakuha si 32? This is fixed or kumbaga constant in our formula kasi 32 bits ang IP addressing or IPv4. Saan nakuha yung new subnet mask? Doon pa rin, /22. And that's it. You subtract and then you factor. That's why you get the correct answer. You get this? Let's try another one. Okay? Mamaya isasubmit ko yung yellow pad ko. Mamaya isasubmit niyo yung yellow pad nyo sa teacher nyo para i-check natin. Anyway, let's go ahead and find another question. Let's go next question. So, ang tanong naman dito, yan, which subnet, so ang tinatanong naman natin, saan daw subnet naka-host itong IP na to. Okay? By the way guys, you can also visit our official website which is techacademy.ph, and then from there makikita mo yung mga courses namin. So we have free and premium courses. You can start with the free ones which will give you the same video lessons na nakikita mo dito sa ating 60 days of basic networking. Dinagdagan lang natin yung iba, as well as kinurate or inedit natin yung iba para nga mabigyan ka ng at least foundation or fundamentals. Okay, ang kagandahan when you go with techacademy.ph at tinuk mo or kinuha mo yung mga free courses, it comes with certificate of completion kapag natapos mo yung mga courses na yun. So pwede mo yung gamitin as a reference sa resume mo, lalo na kung ikaw ay nagsisimula pa lang. Again, visit techacademy.ph and then from there browse our courses. Okay, see you there. Kopyahin ko nga siya. Kopyahin ko na lang siya. Ayan. Kopyahin ko yung question. Okay? Ayan. So, ito yung question. Now, ang kailangan nating makita dito is magic number. Kasi, kailangan nating makita kung ano yung host range kung nasaan nabibilang yung IP na yon. Okay? So, to get the magic number, diba, ang formula natin is saan pumapatak yung /27? Ano yung magic number niya? Diba, going back to our cheat sheet, diba, tanda natin na kapag ka what do you call this? Kapag ka /27, how many numbers or how many ones do we have? Or ano yung decimal format niya? So, sa 3255, what do you call it? Papakita ko sa inyo, ha? Okay, so, sa /24, meron na tayong 3255. Diba? So, ibig sabihin, start ulit tayo dito sa pinakadulo. 128, which is 25, 26, 27. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong 224 na may increment ng 32 in the last octet. Kasi /27 na tayo eh. You get this? So, ang increment natin is 32. Okay? So, going back doon sa problem natin. Okay? So, ang increment natin is 32. Meaning, I need to add 32 on the given octet. Okay? Or on the octet kung saan may change. Which is, kukopihin ko na lang to. Okay? Teka lang. Nakikita niyo ba? Oops. What happened? Okay, adjust natin yung screen natin. Ayan. So, 32, yung ating magic number. Kukopihin ko na lang to. Mag-a-add tayo ng 32 doon sa ayan. Mag-a-add tayo ng 32 sa last octet. Okay? Okay, so nag-a-add ako ng 32 kasi 32, nalaman natin na si /27, meron siyang increment na 32. You get this? So that's why in the last octet, kasi nandun yung change ko, dun ako nag-add ng 32. Okay? So 64 plus 32, 96 plus 32, 18, carry 1. 12. Tama nga ba? 10. Uy, nangyari. 118. Tama nga ba? No. 128. That's 128. Right? So you're following this? So you just keep adding the magic number on the octet na merong change, or yung tinatawag nga nilang interesting octet. So I keep adding 32 here. So 32 plus 128 would be 0, 160. Diba? Plus 32 equals 192. So, kapag nakita mo na, or kapag lumampas ka na, or na-meet mo na yung hinahanap mo na IP, you can stop. So, alam natin hanggang 165 lang. Now, ang tanong, saan daw subnet na bibilang si 165? Okay? So, ngayon, para makita mo yung mga range na yan, sabi natin, para makuha mo yung broadcast address nito, kailangan mo mag-subtract ng isa or 1 dito sa sinundan na network. Now, kukopihin ko siya para mag-minus ako ng 1. So, ibig sabihin hanggang 191 yung broadcast niya. Now, to get the broadcast address of this, kailangan ko rin mag-minus ng 1 dito naman. You get this, diba? From the next network. Dun sa formula natin, right? So, kailangan ko mag-minus ng isa dyan. Ibig sabihin, magiging 159 to. Yung broadcast address. Now, ang hinahanap natin, which subnet does host 192.168.214.165? So, ibig sabihin, si 165, dito siya pumapasok. From 160 hanggang 191. Pero, ang tinatanong lang naman sa atin is which subnet. Okay? So, basically, once you get the magic number, you can already answer all the questions na related on a given IP. Okay, so network address, for example, is yan. Okay, broadcast address is ito. Okay, you're following this, right? You're getting this. So, ginagamit ko lang yung formula natin. Now, valid host range. Di ba? So, sabi natin sa valid host range, plus 1 ka sa network add, and then minus 1 ka sa broadcast address. So, plus 1 ako dito, 161 hanggang 190. Right? So, yun yung mga nakuha natin. Pero, ang tinatanong lang naman is subnet, kung saan nabibilang, which is yung network address. So, basically, dapat ang magiging sagot lang, 192.168.214.160. So, let's go ahead and see kung tama yung naging sagot natin. Okay? Let's see kung tama. Oops. There you go. Let's reveal our answer. Okay, so 192.168.214.160. Okay? 214.160. So 192.168.214.160. Ibig sabihin, tama yung nakuha nating sagot. Tama yung formula natin. That's why kapag natandaan mo yung cheat sheet natin, siguro i-upload ko to, lalagay ko dito sa baba ng video para ma-download mo, and then as a refresher, kumbaga as a cheat sheet, this one. Okay, kasi dito mo lang halos lahat kukunin yung mga formula na pinaggagawa or pinagsosolve natin. Okay, so nakita natin, tama yung sagot natin using those answers. Using those formulas. Now, let's go ahead and have another one before we cut or we end this lesson. Okay, so let's go ahead and have another one, number 3. Let's go ahead. Okay, so number 3 tayo. Hanap tayo ng ibang problem. Okay, next natin. Ayan, so what is the last valid host on the subnetwork? So ito, medyo strange or medyo kakaiba rin to. Last valid host naman. Okay, so kopyahin natin tong question na to. Lagay ko siya dito sa notepad ko. Now, kailangan nating mahanap dyan is, of course, magic number na naman. Okay? So, kailangan nating mahanap /27. /27 ba yung kanina? Oh, /27 din. Diba? Kapag nasanay ka, basically, mabilis mo nang makuha. /27, ano yung magic increment or ano yung magic number? 32. Now, that means, I can just add 32 kung saan merong changes, which is /27 din siya. Ibig sabihin doon sa third octet, kaya lang ibang IP naman na to. So ibig sabihin on the last octet, ibig sabihin kokopyahin ko lang 'yan. 'Di ba? You're following this, you get this, right? So it's making sense na. 'Di ba? So we follow the formula, we put in the values, kaya natin nasa-solve. Susundan mo lang yung cheat sheet na 'yon o kaya naman yung formula na pinag-aralan natin, isa isip mo, isa puso mo. Promise. Kahit anong tanong when it comes to subnetting, makukuha mo yan. So, let's go ahead and solve it. So, start tayo sa base octet. Tapos, mag-add lang ako ng 32. So, bali 64. 64 plus 32, 96. So, from here, alam ko na pumapasok yung 32. Ang kailangan ko lang namang makuha last valid host dito sa subnet na to. Diba? So, para makuha ko yung broadcast address nito, again, kailangan ko lang mag-subtract ng isa dito sa sinundan na network. Right? So, ibig sabihin, minus 1 ako dyan would be 31. So, ganun din dito. Ma-minus 1 naman ako dito sa sinundan niya, which is 64. So, magiging 63. You get this? You're following this, right? So, sinusundan ko lang yung formula na pinag-aralan natin. Okay, to get the broadcast address of a given network, kailangan mo lang mag-subtract ng 1 from the next network. That's why we got this. So, para makuha mo yung broadcast address dito sa range na to, magma-minus 1 ako dito sa range na to, which will give me 95. Okay? So, you get this na. Now, ang tanong doon, kung ano daw last valid host meron dun sa subnetwork na 213.32, which is here sa pangalawang subnet natin. Ayan yung subnet. Pero ang tinatanong, ano yung last valid host? So kailangan nating makuha yan. Kaya ito yung nandito yung kinukuha natin. So kailangan nating makuha kung ano yung network add, ano yung broadcast address, ano yung valid host range, ano yung first valid host. Actually, and then ito yung tinatanong, last valid host. Pero sinama ko na yung mga nasa taas para malaman mo just in case sila yung mga itatanong sa susunod. So, network address, alam natin, ito kagad yun. Diba? Yan yun. Broadcast address, alam natin, ito agad yun. First and last IP, yun yung network at saka broadcast address. Valid host range, alam natin na +1 ka sa network address. So, ibig sabihin, that would be 33. Hanggang -1 ka naman sa broadcast address. Does it make sense? Diba? So, yan yung mga formula natin. Diba? So, -1 ka dyan, that would be 62. Okay, so yung first valid host mo, well, that will come from the valid host range. Kasi, first valid host, di ba? So, yung pinakauna lang, which is 33. Okay? And then, last valid host, syempre, yung pinakahuli dun sa last valid host range. Pero ang tinatanong kasi, last valid host. So, ang magiging sagot natin, ito. Okay? So, yan. Kompleto Ricardos na yan. Lodi. Okay? So, answer would be here. Right? First valid host, 172.28.213.33. So, let's go ahead and see kung tama yung naging sagot natin. Let's reveal 172.28. Mali yung sagot ko. First valid host ang kinuha ko. Last valid host pala yung tanong. Pero you get this, tama naman. I mean, mali lang yung pagkakaintindi ko dun sa tanong. Pero, as you can see, ayan. So, we're solving this on the go. So, make sure then na once you are answering submitting questions or different problems, na yung mind mo is on the questions presence. Kasi, sorry, let's take for example, di ba, ang kinuha kong sagot, 33, which is the first valid host. Pero buti na lang, na ilagay din natin ng last valid host is ito. So, you get the point naman kahit mali yung nailagay kong sagot. Okay, ito pala yung sagot. Last valid host pala yung tinatanong. Okay, so ito pala dapat. Okay. Yan. Okay, so as you can see, nagkakamali rin tayo. Pero, dapat napipinpoint mo, nakita mo kung bakit ka nagkamali, kung paano ka nagkamali, and then kung paano itama. Mangyayari din yan once you are configuring or once you are doing a configuration. Very good?